The music came first. And I am so honored to welcome you to an event that understands that as well as Lindy Focus does. Because we brought back Jonathan Stout, who's doing a night of Count Basie, then tomorrow night Artie Shaw, then Duke Ellington, then Benny Goodman, then Radiohead, then Kanye West, then India. It's gonna be incredible. So clearly we've outlived the name Lindy Focus. So you're hearing it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we are changing the name from Lindy Focus to Express Yourself to Incredible Vintage Jazz Music Through the Art of Dancing and or Instruments Focus. So, there's a man, his name was Andrew Thigpen, and Andrew Thigpen would say, what time is it? And people would say, it's Lindy Focus boom time. Well, we're going to inaugurate the new name. I'm going to say what time it is, and you're going to say, it is Express Yourself to the Vintage Jazz Music Through the Art of Dance and or Instruments boom time. Are you ready? Let's do it. What time is it? You know what? Forget it. We'll keep the name. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lindy Focus! I'm your Master of Ceremonies, Bobby White. I'm going to introduce the other Master of Ceremonies for this week. Ladies and gentlemen, your meeting host, Miss Nina Gilkinson and Joe Hoffberg.
Hello everybody, welcome to Lindy Focus 2015. You might have noticed that some of your meeting hosts have changed a little bit. We downgraded from iPods to paper. We've gone analog.
Yeah. And one of us has less facial hair.
It's not me. Nailed it.
I would say one of your last hosts had a much better tan than I did. Yeah.
So how many of you have been, is this your first year?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a lot of you. How many of you have been here for 4 years?
Right. How many of you have been here for 8 years? Okay, so we can see where this is going.
And I'm not sure how many there have actually been. How many of you have been here for 14 years?
Oh, all right. I think Jaya and Lindsay have been here. Okay, good. And then probably Rob. So, thanks, Rob. Yeah, okay, so we have a special guest that we would like to bring out, and her name is Marley. And one of the reasons why we like Marley is that she is a mental health professional, and she will be one of your go-to gals when you have things that you have questions or comments about.
That are Lindy Focus related.
Yeah, it's not just open. So, Marley, why don't you tell us a thing or two?
Hey, I just wanted to say I'm here to make sure everybody has an awesome time, and if there's anything getting in the way of that has to do with other people, that's what I'm here for. My number is in the last page of the Lindy Focus Bulletin, and I have my cell phone on me, so you can text, call, whatever you guys need. I'm here to try and make sure Lindy Focus is as awesome as it can be.
Thank you, Mary. Appreciate it. Well, while we are on the subject, let's make sure that we are all kind of on the same page about consent. It's kind of been a big thing that's been talked about on the interwebs for the Lindy Hop scene. So let's quickly just do a quick analogy in terms of what consent could be. And I think the British have maybe talked about it the most appropriate way in terms of a good cup of tea. So let's take a look at a video.
If you're still struggling with consent, just imagine instead of initiating sex, you're making them a cup of tea. You say, hey, would you like a cup of tea? And they go, oh my God, I would love a cup of tea, thank you. Then you know they want a cup of tea. If you say, hey, would you like a cup of tea? And they're like, I'm not really sure. Then you could make them a cup of tea, or not, but be aware they might not drink it. And if they don't drink it, then, and this is the important part, don't make them drink it. Just because you made it doesn't mean you are entitled to watch them drink it. And if they say no thank you, then don't make them tea. At all. Just don't make them tea. Don't make them drink tea. Don't get annoyed at them for not wanting tea. They just don't want tea, okay? They might say, yes, please, that's kind of you. And then when the tea arrives, they actually don't want the tea at all. Sure, that's kind of annoying as you've gone to all the effort of making the tea, but they remain under no obligation to drink the tea.
True story.
They did want tea, now they don't. Some people change their mind in the time that it takes to boil the kettle, brew the tea, and add the milk. And it's okay for people to change their mind. And you are still not entitled to watch them drink it. And if they're unconscious, don't make them tea. Unconscious people don't want tea. And they can't answer the question, do you want tea? Because they're unconscious. Okay, maybe they were conscious when you asked them if they wanted tea. And they said yes. But in the time it took you to boil the kettle, brew the tea, and add the milk, they are now unconscious. You should just put the tea down. Make sure the unconscious person is safe. And this is the important part again. Don't make them drink the tea. They said yes then, sure, but unconscious people don't want tea. If someone said yes to tea, started drinking it, and then passed out before they'd finished it, don't keep on pouring it down their throat. Take the tea away. Make sure they're safe, because unconscious people don't want tea. Trust me on this. If someone said yes to tea around your house last Saturday, that doesn't mean they want you to make them tea all the time. They don't want you to come around to their place unexpectedly and make them tea and force them to drink it going, but you wanted tea last week. Or to wake up to find you pouring tea down their throat going, but you wanted tea last night. But if you can understand how completely ludicrous it is to force people to have tea when they don't want tea, and you're able to understand when people don't want tea, then how hard is it to understand it when it comes to sex? Whether it's tea or sex, consent is everything. And on that note, I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea.